Hey guys, welcome back here to my channel, and today I'm getting right back in there and getting stuck in with the rest of this little map I've got going on for my Build My Own Monster project here in Pt.4. And today I'm actually building this carousel over on the water here. As you saw in the last episode, I placed it down and kind of got the foundations going, and today I'm going to completely customize it and build a nice little building around it using Freedom 2000, this mod. I spoke about it in the last episode, but today I'm really getting stuck into it a little bit more. I'm only allowing myself to work at 22.5 degrees and 45 degrees. You can set the mod so that you can rotate any piece at any angle you wish. You just type in what angle you want, and I think 22.5 is kind of the best without getting too confusing, because it can be quite overwhelming, this mod, when rotating all the pieces. So I've just limited myself to those degrees. So as you can see there, I've taken the in-game arch pieces and a nice pillar piece there from the architect toolbox, and I've just rotated them on the grid at 22.5 degrees around the carousel. And basically now I'm just going to go through and find kind of random pieces, some nice fence pieces that I've rotated around, flipped upside down, etc. And I'm just going to place some pieces around this carousel, dress it up, make it look nice and fancy. I want this to look really classic, and I was thinking about the carousel, and I think it's at Six Flags Great America. They have this lovely double-decker carousel. I think it's that park, and that was kind of like the inspiration for this kind of like nice design. Obviously this is a single-decker carousel, but I really wanted to just go around and just kind of make it look pretty, make it look a bit more grand than it is, especially being on this water and this nice kind of part of the park. So yeah, this build, I really didn't know what I was doing. I was inspired by that carousel that I mentioned, but I wasn't copying it. I was literally just kind of placing down pieces and seeing what looked the best. My good old method, trial and error. And I think it kind of worked out. It's not the best. I think I could do it again. This, of course, is the first time that I'm really using the Freedom 2000 mod to rotate in-game pieces around. So it is very new for me, but I really enjoyed what I was doing. I think it shapes up to look kind of cool in the end. I have seen people do some better things with the Freedom mod, but yeah, like I said, I'm gonna play with it a little bit more, see what things I can come up with that mod. There's so much to be explored with it, and it really opens so many opportunities and so many doorways with what you can build. But yeah, I'm happy with what I did. Like I said, it's not maybe the tidiest thing. It's really hard when you work in these random angles, because the pieces that are on grid slightly shift. Like if I have a piece that's kind of, you know, set on the grid, and then I rotate it 22.5 or 45 degrees, then it takes it ever so slightly off the grid. So placing things down, it's not as accurate as I would like. So I've kind of had to freehand a lot of this. But yeah, as you can see here, I put this nice archway down, and I just decided just to flip it upside down completely, and that makes like this really cool shape. That's kind of what I was going for, really. So that looks really, really nice. And then just to kind of finish it off, I've taken a dome from the architect toolbox and just placed that in the middle, which really kind of finishes up that look that I wanted. Yeah, I really like it. I think it looks really, really cool. It's definitely what I was going for. I do actually light it as well. I put some orb lights all around it. I don't think I do that on camera. I do it off camera, but yeah, I do that as well, just in case you're wondering if I do that. Just rotating some more fence pieces. I downloaded this new mod on Steam called Fancy Tech, and it has some really cool fences in there, and some little different pieces, but the fences are really, really cool. I've used them a lot in this. I've used them on the water edge there, and as you can see, I just used them there as well, around the carousel as details. Now over to another ride. This is a Intamin drop tower. Thought it was very fitting, and I've put it right around this kind of curve helix area of the coaster. I didn't actually record the beginning of building this for some reason, but anyway, I apologize. So I've just gone and basically made like an entrance and exit, and I'm going to do this nice kind of classic looking front part where you kind of walk in and under, and the queue line for the coaster actually goes underneath the flat ride. And I was trying to find a piece to kind of cover up the wall there, and there wasn't one, so I had to use that large wall. So I've had to fake now the tunnels for the path. So I've just used some like shapes there, made them dark. I'll put a little canopy on top of them, so it looks like that you would go into a tunnel underneath this flat ride in the queue line. Of course, it's not real, it's fake. I wanted to look like that. That was kind of the only way I could kind of execute this idea. And then yeah, just kind of I wanted to make this flat ride raised up in the air. I feel like it would be just to try and create more space in the park. If you know Greenland in Sweden, their rides are really like stacked up on top of each other. They're on different levels. You have things underneath tower rides and stuff. So I thought that was the kind of the reasoning and the idea behind that one there. And yeah, just gonna try and dress it up, make it look a bit more pretty. And I wanted to go for like just a nice classic Broadwalk style theme on this one. And I think I achieved that. I really like how it looked in the end. So I'm just gonna continue doing the build, adding all the details on there, doing some roof trims. Again, I used some fences from the Fancy Tech mod, as which I just mentioned earlier, to do some detailing on those roof pieces. I think they work out really well. So they've got these really cool ones with circles in the middle, which I'm using now. I flipped it upside down and I've just putting it around the edge there of the roof there, just to kind of just make a little extra detailing. If you've been watching the other episodes, then you would know that this whole kind of map that I'm building is inspired by Gröna, the theme park in Sweden, which is what this coaster was inspired by, their new B&M Invert monster. It looks incredible. I've mentioned it before already. That was basically the inspiration behind this whole kind of map for the Diorama Challenge this month. I've seen some previews of other people's maps so far and they look fantastic. I just decided this month that I would show you my progress with my map, and I'm really enjoying it so far. I actually feel like I want to extend this map and add on to it and make it into a full-fledged mini theme park. So let me know if I should do that and I can continue building. I just have to make a new map and blueprint this down. As you saw there, I just added some details on to the tower just to make it look a bit more interesting. And now I'm going to add a sign on the front. And one of the absolute amazing things about the Freedom 2000 mod is that I can rotate letters and make them go around the edge of this roof there, and I think it looks awesome. So I'm so happy about that. I kind of wish that the in-game text feature could be rotated at 45 degrees. I don't know why it's not, to be honest, because you can actually rotate that now with the Freedom mod. But I've used some letters there from a Better Letters mod, which also is available on the Steam Workshop. So yeah, they look really cool, really happy with that. I did actually put lights in the letters originally, and it just looked really bad at night time. It didn't look good. So I deleted those lights and I put lights somewhere else. But I think, again, I do the lights off camera. I can't remember, but I find putting down the orb lights on things kind of boring to watch. So I think I skipped that out, or I just didn't record that day. Just adding some spheres there on top of the corners and things. That's always a good little detail to add on if you're not sure how to finish something. Just plop a ball on top of it and it looks really, really great. And I'm just going in now and putting a disc along the floor. This is kind of where people would stand before they get onto their seat. You know, you get given a number and what one to stand on, so that's the logic behind those discs there. And yeah, I'm really happy with that. I think it looks really cool. It's in a good location. One thing that was a little bit tricky is that it is in quite close proximity to the coaster, and I'm having to do some custom supports now. And I don't want the custom supports to interfere kind of what I built. I should have done it the other way around, really. I'm not really sure why I did it in this order, but supports now. I'm going to try and still put the supports in the most logical places where you think they would go in real life. But I'm going to try and do them so they don't kind of spoil what I've built there with the flat ride, with the tower ride. So I'm doing that, and I'm going to add some safety nets and things, because I do think it would be a bit of a hazard to have the coaster flying around this at high speed and having that tower in the middle. So I'm going to add some safety nets kind of either side of where the cars are on the drop tower to protect them and that area in case anything was to happen. Again, thinking about all these kind of possibilities, all these kind of things that could happen in real life, and trying to apply those details into the game to try and bring what I'm building to life as much as possible. That's kind of my goal in building. As you know, my thing is basically doing realistic kind of scenarios and settings, and I really love to do things that are as realistic as possible. Of course, I don't get everything right, and I do miss a few details out here and there, but I really do try and go for the realism thing. That's what I really enjoy doing. That's what I enjoy the most. Other people are better at other things in this game. I'm not so great at doing fantasy builds or trying to do things that aren't very realistic, but other people are fantastic at doing that. It doesn't mean it's not good. I absolutely love what I see and what people do. I'm just not particularly good at those kind of things, so I just stick to what I'm good at. I do dabble in kind of other things here and there, but the thing I'm the best at doing is realistic stuff, I think. Maybe you think different, but so I really like to do these realistic builds. I really enjoy it, so I hope you guys enjoy it too. And I really do appreciate you guys watching. Oh, and just to mention as well, I am actually now on Patreon. If you want to support me and the channel, you can head over there and join. It's not expensive at all, and it just supports my channel, and you get some nice little perks along with that as well. So I've just put a ball on top of the tower, adding some nice little gold features there, and here's just a quick little overlook in real time. It's a little bit laggy, I do apologise. And I'll just add a couple of screenshots at the end as well. But thank you very, very much for watching, and I'll see you all next time here for another episode on my channel. And don't forget to click the subscribe button. Bye!